Now that you've set up all the sound stuff, it's time to set up the lights. So here's your lighting tripod. You're just going to unscrew this bolt right here and then push the legs out until they get down to a good height and then tighten it up again. And then you're gonna go grab the trusses from the closet.
All right, so now that you've set up the stands, it's time to get the lights down. So as you see, we have them hooked up on the ceiling here. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab them from the bottom and then push up and then bring them down like this. And then you're gonna take them out. And then you're gonna put them over the light stand like this, and then see the hole there? You're just gonna drop it down. And you're just gonna drop it down, and it's gonna sit right like that.
All right, so now that you have the lighting truss set up, you're going to plug it in to an extension cable that you have plugged into the back outlet on this side. And you're gonna make sure you plug each one of these into a different side of the stage so you don't overload the circuit on one side. Just gonna plug this in, and then you're going to unwind the remote here, which lets you turn it on and off. You're just gonna unwind this enough that when you raise it up, it's going to reach the DJ booth. And you're going to turn this on and off. And this is just the on mode, off mode. And you're just going to aim these at the different walls of the gym so that you get a good coverage. All right, and now you're ready for adjusting the lighting, or the laser truss. All right, now that you've set up the lighting truss, you're gonna set up the laser truss. You're just gonna do the same thing. You're gonna plug it in, and then you're gonna aim each one of your fixtures. And these are a little bit more specialized than the lighting fixtures because they each do a different thing. So I'll go over each one of these one by one. So this is your gobo. The gobo you can change to be different patterns, and it will project that pattern onto the wall. So right now we have a star gobo in, and it has a blue color filter on it. If you want to change the gobo, and you can see over here, just come up under here. You're gonna unscrew these two screws on the bottom here. Just do it to both sides. And you're gonna pop your gobo right out so you can swap it out. Almost there. All right, so you're just gonna pop it out. All right, then you've got your little bag of gobos over here. And you're gonna take that out, and you can swap it out with any of the other gobos in here. So right here you've got your actual gobo. So you're gonna pull out the ring, pop the ring out, and you're gonna take this out. So you've got three things. You've got your lens, your actual gobo, and then your color filter, or your gel, as some people like to call it. And you have quite a few options here of gobos you can put in. Some of these are the custom printed ones that we made for the Dance of the Decades a while ago. But I like the metal ones because they look a lot cleaner. So we will choose one of the metal ones. Let's see. This one, we'll do the snowflake one because it's winter time. All right, so you can take your snowflake one and you're gonna take your snowflake one, and you can do a color filter with it or no color filter at all. I'll do blue color filter again. So your lens, you're gonna put your gobo in there, and then you're gonna put your color filter on. You're gonna make sure the silver side is facing the light source so it doesn't heat up too much. And then you're just gonna put them all together and put them right there in the gobo, and then put the ring on again. All right, now that you have your gobo and the retention ring in there, you're going to go put it back in the actual gobo, and just make sure these sides, and then you're just going to screw these back in, and you're going to have your gobo on the wall. All right, now you're going to turn on your blue and not your blue and green, your green and red spot laser, which has these little speckles, and you can adjust the laser effects on the back here. You can adjust the rotation speed. You can adjust how often they flash. You can have it permanently on, or you can have them both flash every once in a while. And then it also has an LED that you can use to turn on. So that's full brightness on the LED. That's all the way off. And that's basically all you can do. But you just turn it on, point it at the gym, get a good coverage. Make sure it's above eye level so that people don't get blinded. and then you're good to go with that. All right, so now you got your patterns laser. So you're gonna turn it on. It's gonna make a weird sound when it turns on, but that's fine. It's just heating up, and then you're gonna see your effect once you press any of these buttons. So here's your effect right here. It can have many different patterns, but you've got your little remote here. So you've got auto sound, which essentially lets it just react to different sounds. It depends, it usually reacts to the music playing. So if you want to just react to the music, you'll set it to that option. Button B is a blackout, so if you don't want it on at all for a certain period of time. C is pattern, so you can choose the pattern of the, oh, you gotta turn blackout off, and then you can choose the pattern. So there's like an X, there's a flashing X, there's a triangle, there's many different variations of that. There's 2 lines, there's even a heart, there's a circle one right here. There's many different, there's a star, there's a wavy line, there's the heart, there's the square, circle. So there's a lot of different patterns you can do. And then there's also a show button that lets you choose the patterns, but they move in their own way, but don't react to the music. So if you want it to just move independently of the music, you can do that. But that is your pattern laser, so you'll just choose that, and we usually aim it at the back wall of the gym. Okay, now that you have both of your effects truss working, you're going to raise them up to good height. So you're going to unscrew this right here, unscrew this bolt right here, and then you're going to raise it up. And over here, you see you have numbers. You're going to raise them up to about 18 at the lowest. You can go up to about 20 if you'd like. And then once you reach a good height, you're just going to tighten this bolt again. And then you're going to just aim the effects where you want them to go. And you've officially set up your lighting trusses. All right, now you're ready to set up the orb. So you're going to set up this ladder, and you're going to come over to the winch with the drill. And the drill is just connected to one of the power outlets in the back. So you're going to connect the drill to the bolt here, and you're just going to unscrew it. As the wind unscrews, now that you have the winch lowered in the middle of the gym, you're going to set up the orb. So this is the brick. This basically just weights down the winch so you can get it down when there's nothing on it. So you're going to first of all remove the safety cable, and then you will remove the actual brick from the hook. And you have 2 options for a disco ball. So you have an actual disco ball, and then you also have the option of a orb, which is what we use for most dances. All right, so we're gonna set up the orb because that's what we use for most dances. So you're just gonna clip the orb onto the hook right here, and then you're going to attach the safety cable to the orb's safety clip right here. And then you're gonna take the power cable for the orb, and if you see right here, there's a nice little power cable for you to power spot for you to plug it into. So you just plug it in right there, and then you're gonna take your extension cord, and this is how you're gonna plug in power to your cable, to the orb, and you're going to take both ends, and you're just gonna do a little loop over so that they don't come undone if someone were to pull the extension cable and then connect them together. And you're just gonna connect that onto the hook as well, and then any slack you can just kind of jimmy it in and just connect it into the orb right here. All right, then you're good to go from there.
Yep.
Okay, now after you've plugged in the extension cable and you've put it over the little cord on the side of the gym here, you're gonna pull it tight so that you don't have any slack in your orb. And then you're gonna take the remaining portion of the cable and you're gonna wrap it around the little curtain stop here a couple times. And this is in case someone tugs on the cable, it's not gonna come loose. You're gonna wrap it around a couple times so that if someone were to pull on it, it would be fine. And then you just plug it into the wall over here. Okay, now that you have the orb plugged in and you have verified that it works, you have the option of using the dip switches to change the effects. So if you come over here, you have a series of dip switches on it. So 1 does, for example, red. 2 does, for example, green. 3 would do blue. And then other combinations would do either patterns, sound activation, or static static sets of colors. And that's how you would use the orb. And if you were to plug in the disco ball, you would do the same thing, except for you wouldn't have to worry about setting up the disc switches, but everything else would be essentially the same. All right, you have the option of setting up the smoke machine at your dance. So all you'll do is you'll just connect the power from the smoke machine to an extension cable that you've run to one of the back outlets, and then turn the power to the smoke machine on, and the tank will turn red while it's heating up. So while it's heating up, and also on the remote receiver you'll see a red light. So then you'll aim the front of the machine, and you can go in a 180-degree angle. So you can go up, down, or straight. It's all set to be straight, and then just tighten these up again. And you'll wait for it to heat up. All right, now that you've heated up the smoke machine, you're ready to fire it off. So you have the option of using the remote, so you can press the 1 button on it, or you can use the manual smoke button on the back. You just press it, and you get a nice big cloud of smoke.